So no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3.
And Charles, a scoreless first half. How does that change how you assess things here moving forward?
Well, it doesn't change it a whole lot because, remember, it's still scoreless, which means you're starting from 0 again, so you just have one half to play instead of 2. What I would look at my play sheet, though, and see is something that maybe loosens things up for my guys, gets a smile on their faces, and gets them going to begin the second half. Let's just lean on the word good here, partner. Good way to start the second half. Good safe throw, and a good quick first down as well.
Mahomes now on first down. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Gates with a grab. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down. On play action, it's Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he will get in to make it 8-0. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Here's Minshew. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Clock showing 90 seconds to go in the third. Now Mahomes on the bootleg, out to his left. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Devontae Smith from 17 yards out. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So this, Charles, here, a tight game through the first 2 quarters, but they've come out in this second half and really took the fight to them.
And you and I both know that in the locker room at halftime, both sides' head coaches emphasize the first 5 minutes of the second half, getting out and establishing yourselves. One team has definitely done that.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. Taking it about the 1. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
A third quarter action from Kansas City, 2nd down and 10.
Minshew sets to throw. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Runs through the contact. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take...
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Devin Hester, 48 yards.
And the Chiefs get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. Thorough domination right now, and the game plan is simple, obviously, Charles. They're going for 2 after every touchdown, and it's 24-0.
Don't you just get the sense right now that they're just flexing? I mean, to be able to do whatever they want, how they want, 3 2-point conversions, and now they're up 24-0. So essentially they gained a field goal out of it without even trotting the kicker out there.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
And now out comes Houston.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Over the middle, complete. That's White. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
It was Osa Odighizuwa on the tackle. Now 2nd and 5.
Again, it's Johnson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 7 yards there and a first down. Here's Mahomes to throw.
And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down. Mahomes going to throw it here. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now here's Mahomes. Being chased out left. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
This has just really been a solid second half from them, CD, as they add another touchdown to the lead and they start to pull away in what was once a close ball game.
Yeah, they actually put the Jets on in this one, didn't they? Put a little cherry on top with that touchdown. Now we just got to play out this final minute, and they'll get a chance to celebrate a very hard-earned victory.
And make them 4 for 4 now on 2-point conversions as he'll take this one in for the score.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there, and sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Houston set to take over.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw it, Minshew. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
So here's a 3rd and 14.
Now Minshew. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded at the 33. What a spin. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
And Kansas City's offense now set ready to go. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late fourth quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Interesting. Mahomes wants to throw it. Steps away. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. It's caught at the 10.
And he'll be touched down to the end, but a big play on that one.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Toward the pylon. Caught. Oh, wait. Hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. Second and goal from the 1. Now Mahomes. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. Mayfield on first down. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. That's George Karlaftis, who fought his way through the line to bury him. But when you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
Now Mayfield.
That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert.
And a big hit there. That was a man coming with bad intentions. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
On third down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. They were able to get him down and force the punt.
Here's Riley Dixon now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This is fielded at the 27. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And they will take over first and 10. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown.
Devontae Smith.
62 yards.
And the Chiefs are back within a score.
When you're thinking about your opening drive in the third quarter, you're thinking about exactly that, putting together a drive. But instead, what did we get?
Big pass downfield, touchdown. I thought, okay, you know, just sitting back in my chair, let's get eased in, a couple runs. No, boom.
Yeah, forget the body blows, folks. Let's throw the big shot right now.
So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But, Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a two-point conversion differently than if it was first and goal from the 2, or I should say third and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
Oh, and some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Taken down on the play by Aiden Hutchinson.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
First target, first catch, and a first down. From the gun, Mayfield. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack.
George Karlaftis
Able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Mayfield's throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports.
They'll run with Etienne.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. He hasn't really had a game to remember, but that conversion right there is something to hang his hat on late.
It certainly is, and in these situations, what you're really looking for is the guy who's not worried about his stats, not worried they didn't get 100 yards in a game, but will make that dirty, gritty run that you have to close the game out, as we just saw there.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset.
From the 46, here's the second down and 4. Etienne up the middle.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now Mayfield. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Chris Jones gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll kick it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. This is taken at the 18. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here comes Mahomes and the Chiefs. Down 9-8, a little over 50 seconds remaining. A field goal would be a game winner as they come up on first down. He's going to let it fly. It's caught at the 10. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the two-point try. They're going to try and run. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points, and that helps. That gives them a 7-point lead. And so they run it in on the two-point try. You know, so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the two-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the two-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Here's Baker.
And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. What a gut punch. That should be the nail in the coffin with those 2 points, making this a 2-score game now with time, Charles, clearly not on their side.
Yeah, they have to give the football away as well. Had a chance. Yeah, it was a small chance to get down the field, but guess what? This one's now just about over.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that.
Bitter rivals going back to their AFL days in the 1960s. The Chiefs and Raiders are underway.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here's Rattler now on 1st and 10.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
They'll run here, the former Longhorn with it.
And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. There he goes, left side. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice you're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now a first carry for their fullback. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Robinson on a give right side.
And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
3rd down, Rattler to the air.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
And taken right on the 30. He's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. It's a punt return score of 70 yards. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Hey, rookie, that's the way to make an impression. Return one for a touchdown.
Yeah, welcome to the party. We saw him fielding those punts before the game, and he just had a little bit of a look in his eye, didn't he?
He did. He was a confident young man, and now we know why.
And he is in to make it 16-0. I think we're sensing a trend here. 2 first-half touchdowns. After going for 2 after the first score, CD, I thought maybe they would kick the PAT here. No, they get 2 more.
No, they decided to really press the advantage because, remember, getting the 2 after the first score, you've already got the other team back on their heels if they're going to mount a comeback. But to go up 2 scores and 2 two-point conversions, you've really got them thinking on the other sideline.
So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, first down. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it. Racing to the end zone.
Then he'll be marked down at the 2-yard line.
And whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are, and now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. And now here comes Kansas City.
And they are in an absolutely golden spot. It's first and goal following the fumble return.
Defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. Touchdown! Antonio Gates, the 2-yard touchdown grab, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. The third time wasn't a charm. They got the first 2 two-point tries. Still have the lead, but couldn't get the third.
Okay, so they didn't get this one, but I have to ask you, what matchup are they seeing that they feel that confident to go for 2 so often?
Yeah, and we talk about this a lot, but it has to be something, you're right, that they saw all week, correct?
Definitely game planned for, felt good about being aggressive and going for it, and right up until that one, they'd gotten 2 for 2.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Second quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
First catch of the game by Higgins, and he's got his guys a first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it.
Inside the 10.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the two-point try. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on two more. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick six, and then the two-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. Two quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for two. Steps away to his left. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for two more. So a big play there. Not only the fumble return for the touchdown, then they get the two-point try. And, you know, for the defense, though, they were just over there sitting on the field. They had to rush out to try to defend that.
You know, it's funny. They actually practice situations that they call sudden change when the team turns it over. I guarantee you no one practices a fumble return for a touchdown like that, and now someone goes for two. Really good strategy by them putting them in that situation.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And did he get in? No, they'll mark him down at the 1-yard line. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Mahomes now to throw, escaping the pressure right.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
I like the play call. Roll him out. Give him a chance to run it or throw it. In this situation, he decided to fling it, but couldn't find his man open.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Chris Johnson from a yard out.
And the Chiefs continue to pull away here in this first half.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for two.
Now Patrick going to change the play.
Mahomes Mahomes will throw for it. And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for two, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. He hits the big target for the two-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
And now the Chiefs will bring the offense onto the field as they'll go for 2 here. They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. And, boy, things switched on a dime here. The fumble recovery for the touchdown and also a 2-point try on top successful.
That feels like a momentum call. Pick it up on a fumble return, take it the other way for a touchdown. That's demoralizing for a team to have it happen against them. So the offense just says, you know something? Let's add to it. Pile on top, go for 2 now while their heads are down.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And not much doing on the return. Good coverage there. Going to stop him in his tracks at the 15-yard line.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to leave.
And the ball is knocked out.
Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it.
And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
KC's offense ready to take over. And now following that turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes rolling to his right. Oh, eluding the tackle. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Patrick Mahomes adding to his bag of tricks with a tremendous run. And the Chiefs have opened the lead up to 60.
And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice gain.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. They'll try and throw for it. He'll buy some time right. And they're just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that